Hello, everybody. It's time for some art. And as you can see, I was able to basically have a nice, clean first draft. 'Cause, I mean, compared to this, yeah, this is a lot better. And honestly, it felt great actually just like cleaning this up so everything's a bit more obvious in what it is. It's still like rough, but more so in that I need to actually like kind of add some more stuff. And, well, I mean, that more stuff is what we're going to be working on. So for now, I'm just going to be opening up another layer just so I can like mess around and not worry about erasing stuff that I don't want to erase. Okay. So, like, a basic thing with like this kind of design is that for the most part the body's not gonna have much on it. Like I might have a little kind of chest thing kind of in like this area. Like maybe something there, not too sure on that. But for the most part, the main, like, suit doesn't really have too much on it. At least for what I'm going for. Because, like, you can see here, there isn't really much on like Mega Man's body. It's basically, you get some little gauntlets, get the pauldrons, get the helmet, get the boot, well, the greaves. And the most he has on the body is just like a little chest piece connecting the pauldrons. And while I'm not trying to be exactly like this, I do like how it looks. So I'm wanting something like that. And I, of course, might decide I want the pauldrons to be a bit bigger or fancier. I already have somewhat an idea of what I want to do with the gauntlets. At least partially, like some of what I want to do. And actually, I'll turn this one blue just so I can, just for ease of, like, actually being able to tell what's mine and what's not. Okay, that was a weird way to phrase it, but I mean, like, to make it easier to tell what's my current layer and what isn't. And actually, remind me that, get off of the first draft layer. And actually, guys, okay, I kind of need to take a, not a big break, but I just kind of realized how dirty my glasses are, and it's really distracting me from actually focusing on, well, my monitor is close enough. I don't need my glasses on right now. Might make my eyes a bit tired, but I can still see. Okay. So first I'll start on is the gauntlets. And actually, I might... Okay, I want to try... Okay, copy that to a new layer. Okay. Alright. This does make this a lot easier. This way I can just kind of mess around with it in a much simpler manner. At least for figuring out like what I want to do with it. And as soon as I get these designs figured out, then I can just well, I mean, I could just make a new layer and pretty much just use that, like, use this for the base and then just actually modify all the armor parts with the new designs like the new details and stuff I'm gonna be figuring out. And I mean, hell, for this I'm also really wanting to just kind of have like a little parts this side where I actually show more detail for each of the individual parts. Like, get more detail on... Well, when I say more detail, I mean just more like a expanded version of the piece so I can actually... So I have more room to show more detail. You probably get what I'm talking about. Okay. Alright, so... I'm thinking this is actually a pretty good size for the... Like, for most of it. But I wanted to say this size. But I do want it to... Like, I feel like actually having it... But, okay, so kind of thinking of, like, expanding this part out. Like, we have... Like, it's just basically kind of having this part here where the arm goes in is actually just going to be a bit wider. Because you can kind of see here, like, this part is actually, I mean, okay, this is a very bad image to kind of show this. But this part of the Gauntlet on Mega Man is actually bigger. Oh. And hello, Celis. Looks like I got you an apple. Well, I hope it's a tasty one. But yeah, I'm thinking it, like, having this part be like bigger and kind of stand out more from the rest of it. Yes. That should keep the doctors away, but you gotta be careful. They're sneaky. Always gotta keep a lookout for them. But yeah, I think it really would look like it'll give a... a better vibe if it's not just one solid thickness throughout it. Oh. Okay, and that's unfortunately a bit late of an apple. Oh, I hope it was just a normal checkup that you had to have today, Celis. And not anything, like, really serious. Yeah, no, it's always good to go to the doctor, but you never really want to have to go to the doctor. But again, it's good to hear. Oh, thank you, Celis. I think it's... I don't remember how long it's been since I got that 100 days... Not 100 days. Okay, looks like I got it on the 27th of last year. Not of last year, no, of last month. Yeah, it's... I mean, honestly, when I, like, started this about a year or so ago, maybe 2 years ago, I can't remember, honestly. I never really thought I would get to, like, 100 followers. But, yeah, no, it's appreciated, Celis. Thank you. Yeah, I never really thought I'd get this far. This was just honestly something I want to do because I had a bunch of free time when I wasn't working, and I was just like, you know what? Why not stream? And I'd say that was a very good decision. Oh, and I am very sorry I didn't realize that you were on my 30... You had a 30 stream streak, Celis. Yeah, because Mix It Up doesn't show the streak message. Bit annoying. But congrats on that. Okay. Yeah, and I'm glad you've been able to... Well, I'm glad you've been here, Celis. It's always nice to have people that are consistent. Okay, let's... Okay, gotta go through the wiki to get to get to the gallery for... to get to the gallery for Mega Man so I can actually get, somewhat good... Okay, there's a good one. And... yeah, let's just save this. I can put it in my reference folder. I'm not going to use this one, directly as a reference, but it's always, it's good to see it, because then I have a idea, well, so I can actually show it off. Oh, alright, have fun lurking. But yeah, see how it is here? For the most part, the gauntlet's just, a little bit bigger than its arm, but it has this big part here. And while I'm not trying to go, do exactly like that, that is something I actually like. Just breaking up the silhouette. So it's not just, so it's not just a straight line. And they also do it on the, on the greaves too. And they also have these little things here. So, I I feel like it helps just, like I say, it breaks up the silhouette and really just makes the armor pieces help stand out more. Yeah, you know, I don't know if they, like, sometimes they draw this on here like it's just like directly on the suit. Other times they actually draw it like it's a separate piece of armor. I got no idea. And actually, while I'm at it, I might as well get some of the other characters that have like a similar body shape that I'm going for. Although, granted, some of these I'm not really going to be showing them on stream because that is a bit spoilery. Because starting tomorrow, we're going to be doing Star Force. Like, I can show off the literal main character. I can show off Mega Man. But I don't want to, like, show off some of the other characters. I mean, I think I've shown off Mega Man and, like, the first boss. But I don't want to spoil too much. I mean, granted, you could... Well, no. Just because someone could just look this up and spoil themselves is no reason for me to do it. And also this means I get to look at more concept art, and that's always pretty cool. Okay. Of course, the more difficult thing is figuring out, like, which ones actually have designs that are close enough that they actually would help me figure some stuff out. Because there are definitely some ones that... well, actually, no, that could help. I was gonna say, there are some that... very good designs, but definitely don't help me with anything. Yeah. But even this, it's not a bad thing to... But yeah, I mean, it's not a bad thing for me to take a look at them. I do need to make sure I don't get too distracted, though. Ooh, that actually... Okay, I could at least use some of that as a reference. It's definitely not using, like, the same kind of... like, footwear-wise, that reference isn't going to be that helpful, but for stuff on the hands, it's not that bad. But, yeah... It's a bit difficult to find, like, it's not difficult to find a concept art, but some of them, like, some of the concept art isn't all that helpful for me because the character that's the character is just way too different from what I'm going for. So it's just not helpful. Really nice to look at, but not at all helpful. Okay, now this one could be... Yeah, okay, this one... Yeah, this one's better if I don't get the concept art and just get like the... just actual character art. I mean, because the concept art doesn't really show like new angles. So, not that helpful. And I think that's... Okay, there's one more I can think of, but there's also a good chance he's not really going to be a helpful one. Yeah, not that helpful. Cool design, but nowhere near what I'm going for. Alright. I don't know if I want this to kind of like here you can kind of see that it has a big band here, and then it's like kind of slopes down to the arm, and it does the same over here to the other part of the gauntlet. Yeah, I don't know if I want it to be that, like that big. Like I'm saying, I don't want this part to be really huge, but I also don't want it to be like directly copied, like, oh yeah, here's how Mega Man does it, so I'll do the same thing. I want this to be inspired, not lifted. Honestly, I probably should have just said copied instead of lifted, but eh. Okay, I was just... That'll be a layer for later. Because I do still have some more, like, small details that I want to add. But I realize those would be better, like, put directly on. Like, it would be better to, for this layer, just put the details on here, because they're more like small detailing parts. Whereas what I'm doing here is actually like designing out an entire new shape for it. So, you know, you have it like this. And might as well kind of round out the corners here so they look a bit better. actually, yeah, just kind of extend the arm out so it's... Like, just so I know, yeah, that goes around the entire thing. Okay. Well, actually, it might work instead if I, like, I was thinking it'd be a bit, like, I don't want it to be just like a straight slope down, but I could actually have it curve a bit. I feel like that would work pretty well. I think there are a few that do kind of have a bit. Okay, actually, no, he doesn't have a bit of a curve there. Okay, yeah, curve might actually work well. So we kind of have it go like... okay, not like that. Yeah, like that. Okay, yeah, I'm liking that. I'm liking that. Well, don't really need to worry. Like, I was thinking that if I have it as a kind of slope instead, it might make it a bit awkward to properly, like, shade it, but I can worry about that later. So, okay, so we got it like that. So... Okay, let's try and... I have an idea for what I want next, but I'm trying to figure out, okay, how do I draw this? Okay, actually, okay, that's close. Oh, hello, Asriel. Okay. Well, yeah, no, I mean, sometimes movies are like that. The reviews can just pan it, but you watch it and you're just like, this is great. Like, it might not be the most artistic thing ever, but you enjoy it, and at the end of the day, that's all that matters. Okay, it makes sense that Steve Buscemi's in it, because you're still probably having a bit of a hyperfixation on him, aren't you? Or at the very least, you probably picked this movie up from when you were having a hyperfixation. Ed and his dead mother. Huh. Oh, that's an old film. Oh, yeah, looking it up, I could definitely see that. Okay, yeah. Yep, no, I could definitely see that just being funny. Not something you want to take serious, but just definitely something you can just put on just for a good laugh. Oh, okay, I've got an idea of that. Let me just see if I can draw it better if I have the canvas rotated like this. I could maybe not have that part. Oh, actually, no. Yeah, it looks better if I have it. Okay, yeah, no, the issue wasn't, oh, don't draw that line. It was make that space shorter. No, that part has to go up like this. Then we get something like that. Okay, now how do I draw a side profile of that little thing? Maybe like, okay, yeah, that works. Okay. All right. Okay, actually, wait. Not finished yet. I still need kind of... Okay, this might be better to use a different color for. Just so I can really make sure I know what I'm trying to do with this. Actually, I might want to use this. Oh, wait. Okay, wait, I want to... Okay, now I've got an idea. Although, actually... Oh, wait, now I... Okay, I thought I had this working, but then I realized, wait, no, the idea I had in my head is a bit different than this. And it just took me until now to realize that I was just kind of like doing it a bit wrong. Okay, so let's just move you guys out of there for now. Taken off, they look like a bunch of fingernails. That's weird. But, okay, so the general idea of these was supposed to be kind of like rockets, basically. Not like rockets that get fired off, but rocket propulsion. Like mini kind of rocket propulsion stuff. like kind of like what we have here, but instead of like one big one, it was like multiple smaller ones. And actually, okay, no, I know where I messed up. I was thinking too much of having them like look actually like rocket propulsion stuff. Because I just remembered I already kind of had an idea for what they, like for how they would look. But I just completely forgot it. Probably because I got distracted by thinking this, like when I turn this on its side, it looks like it's a rocket. But okay. So instead, we get like little ovals like this. And from the side, it actually kind of like digs. Okay, maybe not that much, but you can actually like kind of see it. Okay, honestly, that might actually be the exact same size as before, but I do kind of like how it looks. So we'll go with that. Basically, you can see it's a, like each of these are kind of a small groove in the gauntlet. In which case, honestly, it might be better not to have them be like rounded ovals, or at least like not this round. Might want to have them kind of taper a bit to the top of it. I like to taper to the top and bottom. Not to like an exact point, but like we can kind of see here that if I have them all kind of match up with the okay, and I like have them all be about the same length there. And again, I don't want them to go to a point. So yeah, something like... Okay, yeah, something like that. Okay, and now I can do this. So yeah, the little red part in the groove is actually like a tiny floating ball of fire. So it's not actually in the groove, it's just kind of like... Okay, actually, you could probably move these a bit, but... Like, it's not in the groove, it's just like a bit above it. And like honestly, the idea behind this is basically, like I said before, it's rocket propulsion. Except with it like this, then this, like the rocket propulsion can pretty much go in any direction. Obviously, like punching forward, it basically fires to just like help accelerate, like basically moving the arm outwards and accelerates it in that direction. Because basically this goes around the entirety of the gauntlet there. So I think, honestly, that's pretty much... I can get rid of you. So that was pretty much the main change for how... like, for how this would be. Because I don't really have anything different to change about the hand. Like, the hand is actually going to still be kind of like blocky in the end. A bit more refined blockiness than this, of course. But in the end, it's still going to be blocky. Mainly because I honestly just kind of like how that looks. And also I like the idea of a like big fist. It looks like it's just made of actual stone blocks just coming and punching something in the face. Like it just feels right. But okay, so that's it for the hand. So now let's work on a... Wait, let's... actually, I mean, that is pretty much it for that. Although, honestly, it probably wouldn't hurt me to draw... Oh, actually, I know. I thought I was done, but I'm not. Mainly because I still need to actually draw where the arm goes. And actually, yeah, I'll be kind of... like, I'll drop a... like, I'll finish with this different design. It's just like connecting all the parts. That way, it's a lot easier for me to actually look at this and like reference it when I'm doing the next draft. Okay, I can tidy up that corner. And that one. I know they don't really need to be tidy, but I want to make sure I can look back at this and I'm just saying, okay, that's supposed to be a smooth curve and not just like a drop off. Like, I can understand that this is supposed to be like a smooth curve, so I'm not really gonna worry about fixing this part, but this part would be a bit more ambiguous. So now if I take off copy, okay. And, well, actually, I don't really, like I said, I wasn't doing anything different with the hand, so, although I'll draw the hand anyway, because again, I need to know that, oh yes, this is a hand. Like, this is supposed to be a glove. So we draw out the palm block. Then we start drawing out the thumb. Then I want to draw the index finger block first. I think the order in which I draw them, I can actually kind of tell a bit. Because of this one, I think I drew the like middle finger blocks first, and it looks like those are actually up higher a bit. I don't know. Okay, no, it's just gonna be weird looking. I mean, it's already weird looking on the draft here. But not on the, like, not the, like, the right hand looks weird. The left hand, I can, like, it doesn't look that bad. I mean, other than just, like, the thumb. The thumb on the left hand is, it's a bit, it needs some touching up. Like, the thumb on the right. Okay, yeah, I actually like how it looks. Thumb on the left. Ew. But the fingers on the left, those I like. Because, like, when I look at them, I can actually see, like, okay, so this is actually above this one. For this one, it's hard to tell. I mean, honestly, when I finally, like, for the next, like, for the second draft, where I'm actually going to be implementing the new designs, I might actually just try and space the fingers out a bit to make it more obvious. Or just, like, try and do a bit more with them. Again, I mean, it's something to think about for the future. And I actually wonder... Okay, I was wondering how they did, like, the knuckles on... Okay, yeah, they do have it, like, with Taurus's knuckles, so there's... Like, the knuckles actually kind of have, like, an indent. That might not be a bad idea to... like, kind of copy that a bit. Just to make it a bit... like, again, just for a bit more detail with them. But again, that's something I'll figure out when I get there. But okay, so now let's work on the shoe. The greave, the foot, the leg, of the lower leg. Okay. Okay, let's move this guy up. Okay. Yeah, it actually doesn't matter where I have that one placed. Okay, so now on to the shoes. And okay, now this one's still a bit useful just for like the upper part as a bit of a reference. Honestly, I should just be grabbing the, like... I should be grabbing the Mega Man concept, because I think they do actually show off, like... They do show his lower body. And at the very least, that will be helpful for, like, figuring out some of the... Okay, also, I really should just grab the actual concept art. That is much better. I don't know why I didn't do that. Because while this pose is nice, like, this actually works pretty well to show off, like, basically show everything. And again, here's kind of what I'm talking about. What I was talking about the shoes, because they actually do have a, like, the greaves kind of end in just like a little bit of a boat foot, but they do have like lines to show off, like, here's the top and here's the bottom, which I really don't. And actually looking at that, okay, I'm gonna want to have, I'm probably gonna want to be referencing this just so I can, because like from this front facing angle, I kind of need to figure out, like, okay, so how much of that, like, how much should they be able to see of the, like, side going down towards the bottom? So yeah, that's one thing. I mean, thankfully I did put in a line to differentiate leg and foot. And then there's also just, again, something like this does feel like it would work well. And yeah, honestly, to be fair, I might just do something similar what I had here. Like, extend it out and just have it, like, slope down into this part. Because, I mean, it's not, like, I want there to be a cohesive theme among the armor. They don't all have to be exactly the same, but there should be some design elements that you can just see repeated in them. Like, again, I'll go back to, like, Mega Man here. You can already see they kind of have a similar design theme, like, design element here, with the beginning of the armor piece has this, like, larger part out with the little kind of spike bit. And then, like, and heck, they even kind of have a similar thing of it ends with a little silver part. Although that's also getting into color scheme, which, again, I'm going to try and keep a consistent color scheme, but, like, I mean, you can see what I'm getting at. You can tell that these are all part of the same armor, not just from the color scheme. Like, you could probably take the, like, you could probably just show these as entirely black and white, and you probably still be able to see that there are similarities, so they probably go together as a set. So yeah, I think I'll go with that. Like initially I was thinking I'd want to kind of have something like going up to kind of like as like a little knee guard maybe, but I think I'm okay without that. So okay, now with that figured out, okay, I can hide that guy for now. Don't need him out just yet. Okay. So yeah, basically just keep the same curvature here. We just extend it out a bit more. Okay, actually make that a bit longer. Okay, no, I think okay, I was wondering why it was feeling a bit weird on the back half. And that's because I didn't have it actually really curve. I just have him go straight. Even if we can't see the curve, I need to imply that it exists by like having them go like that. Okay. Okay, then clean this up a bit. Okay, gonna need to just erase these corners and then just redraw them with curves. Okay. Alright, so we got something like that. And then, yeah, we can afford to go a bit longer on the greaves. Okay. Okay, actually, no, I don't like that one. because it was bowing out a bit more. I wanted to go like this. Okay, closer. Maybe I should just give myself more run up. Okay, better. No, not that one. Alright, close enough. Okay. Now I kind of need to figure out where exactly is going to be the best place. Because, I mean, if I want to kind of have it similar to, like, what I have for the gauntlet, then having the little propulsion parts, I'd want to have them closer to the ankle. Because that would fit with how these are pretty much on the wrist. And now I just have to think about, like... Okay, I think on the ankle would work. Obviously not exactly here, but a bit high up, which, I mean, probably isn't on the ankle. Because if they were on the ankle, they'd be about here, which is, like, right here. So, a bit above the ankle. Yeah, I feel like that fits well. Okay, so I'll start with this. No, that's... Yeah, okay, that feels like a good size. Like, I don't want to go too far in. Like, this is supposed to be a shallow. It's not supposed to be a gouged out part of the armor. Nope. Already going too far out. No. Okay, yes, that works. The size could probably be a bit more accurate. You know, a bit more identical to the other one, but it's close enough. So now... Okay. That bit... Okay, actually... So let's start it like this. I draw 2 lines here. And I just... Again, make sure they get tapered to the point. I feel like that works better. And because this is on its side, I probably should have this be a bit closer together. Because you've seen this one head on, and when we're getting here, you're seeing the side of it, it's a bit closer. Actually, in that case, it might work better if instead of having them be like just close, I also make this one a bit... I kind of have to be a bit lopsided like this, maybe? Hmm. Actually, wait. How... Okay, I didn't have it tall enough. If I could really figure out perspective, that would make this easier. Oh well, right now this is... The point of this is to get the details down and just have it as a reference. I can make the details better later on. Well, hello, Lukey Pookie. And, I mean, well, I appreciate the jump scare. I don't know if something else is supposed to happen there, but I appreciate it. Well, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Like, I hope you've been having a wonderful day so far. Okay. Right now, I'm in the middle of, well, just doing some work for a outfit reference that I'm, well, hoping I can get done, like, relatively soon's a bit much. I'm just hoping I can get it done. Alright, get these guys out here. And we get these guys in here. Okay. Alright. That part's done. Now to work on the actual shoe. And for that, I'm gonna need this guy out so I can get a good idea. It might not hurt to have the first draft up. Okay. Yeah, I did not need to I did not need to make them that big around the foot, but oh well. Okay. All right. So maybe around... Nope. Gotta change color. Okay, but yeah, this might be a good spot to place a line. Actually, wait. Okay, yeah, it kind of goes a bit... Okay. Alright, now just so I can give myself good reference, let's complete the rest of the shoe. At the very least, the top, and then kind of back down here. And it actually might be... Don't know if I want to kind of kick it out in the back a bit to give, like, room for the heel. Actually, it might... I was gonna say it might be better if I kind of tuck this in a bit, but no, I don't think that's gonna help too much. Actually, wait, no, it wouldn't go that far out. About here, and then kind of go like that. And then I can... Okay, don't want it to be that close to it, but... I can pretty much turn it into like this. And I actually think about it'd be more similar to how it is here. So, keep this going. And maybe I'm gonna have it meet on that side. Okay, actually. Alright, I think this line is good. I need to tuck this line in a bit more. Basically. Although, well, actually, no. Like... Well, basically here I need to, because this part is supposed to be like receding under the foot. So yeah, because this line delineates here's the top of the foot. Which means we kind of have a natural curve going around here. And actually I like that better. Okay, that looks good. Okay. And then this kind of goes off like this part. Okay. So turning both of these off just like this. Okay. feel like I can have this kind of curve better. Kind of like if I... But, okay. I'm coming around. Although looking at this, I feel like I can actually kind of have this intrude a bit more into the, like, shoe portion. Or, Okay, it might not be that I want it to intrude, but I want something to break up that line. That might be what I'm feeling here. Well, while I'm on this... yeah, it definitely feels like I kind of want something here, because otherwise it just looks like, I mean, I keep going back here to Mega Man, and they have this that's just breaking up the line, and I feel like that helps a lot, but I don't know, like, what I could do for here to break up the line. Okay, let's look at the references, see how they're resolving that with others. Okay, no, you're not helpful at all. You have an entirely different, like, leg situation going on. In yours is also completely different. But that does give me ideas. Again, different. Huh. I mean, similar leg situation, but yeah, I definitely don't think I can pull that one off. Okay, that's going to be interesting to try and figure out. Well, I was able to at least get two things done. Well, if I want to kind of keep up this design theme of having the fire here, like, it wouldn't be too weird to kind of have just, like, something here. I mean, honestly, I'd be kind of worried if it would feel redundant to just have, like, another one here on the foot. Especially because it really wouldn't be used for anything. Well, I mean, actually, again, it would still be redundant, because anything that could be done with, like, rocket propulsion on the top of the foot would also be able to be done with, like, these guys here. These guys would probably be able to do, like, not just probably, they would be able to do a lot more. So, kind of feel a bit stuck. You know, I think part of it might be because I'm not really able to show like the natural slope of going from the leg to the foot here. That might be what's making me feel like something's missing there. After all, with just about any shoe, you can basically, like with how they work, they do show off that part. Although, I mean, I guess like galoshes don't. Like the rain boots. I mean, they kind of do, but... So I think it might be... Might be better to kind of have this be more of a like actual slope here. Well, I mean, I feel like it does work better like this. Just also feel like I kind of just need something kind of like basically, well, I mean, if I do too much, then that's just gonna look like a shoe. Yeah, I can't really have this one go too far up in the boot. Like, too far up the leg because of how I have these placed. Maybe something like this? I don't know, it's... Like, I didn't think much on this part of the design, but now that I'm looking at it, I just can't really, like, I can't really leave it alone. And no, that's looking a bit too much. Like, if I go out like that, then that's looking like the goddamn, like, dinosaur thing, so... I don't know, maybe it would be better if it's just, like, one big orb. I have it, like, here. Like, I kind of want to give a sense that it's, like, high up, but, I've got no idea how I do that, though. I mean, high up probably wasn't exactly the right word, but raised up. Like something like that, maybe. No, that's... I mean, honestly, probably a bit of it is probably like bad positioning, but... Okay, I'll try and figure out some more on how I want, like, the boot to kind of look. And I mean, to be fair, I got most of it how I want it to look, shape-wise anyway. I just need to figure out what to do with this little intersection of the leg and the foot. So that's gonna be fun to figure out. But it is 7 for me, which means it's time to end stream. So first, let's see who is on right now. I think that's quite a few people who are on. But who do I want to raid into? Okay. Okay, you know what? This seems like it'll be fun. Okay, we're going to raid into Sandy Lightning. Right now, she seems to be, well, playing Super Battle Golf with a bunch of friends, so that seems like it'll be fun. Okay. So, before I start the raid, tomorrow's stream, I'll be playing, well, tomorrow's stream will be the Star Force Legacy Collection, and that is going to be a lot of fun. It'll be at 5:30, like my usual streams during the week. The usual starting time for my streams during the week, 5:30 p.m. EST. And I'm just really looking forward to just like sharing the experience of Star Force with you guys. But okay, let's start the raid. Alright, so for everyone who came by, whether you lurked, whether you chatted, thank you guys. I always appreciate having you guys here. Oh, and, well, so I hope you have a very nice sleep. I do appreciate you being able to stay here and lurk for the entire stream. It is nice. But anyway, I hope you all have a wonderful morning, noon, afternoon, even, day, night, wherever you are, whenever you are, whatever time zone you're in. I hope you have a wonderful time of it, and I hope I'll see you again tomorrow. Let's raid. Alright, and for the YouTube side of things, I'll be ending the stream here. I hope to see you guys tomorrow as well. Goodbye.